And welcome back to Bridlington as we're about ready for our first of two men's finals to complete these junior NEVZA championships. As it will be the under 18 men's that are in action. First up on centre court, as we have some goodies delivered to the commentary box. Thank you very much. As we're about ready to get underway, we'll have a Denmark-Finland clash as Konsta Viljama and Niilo Kilpin from Finland will take on the Danish pair of Ludvig Ringon and Sebastian Schimpood. Correction, Norwegian pair. As our umpires and referees just getting introduced. As Anna Ruderick and Katie Houghton will be on the stand for this one. As Ludvig Ringen, the 16-year-old, getting announced to the court first, and one of our medalists from the men's senior event a couple of days ago in Bridlington, Sebastian Schimpood, onto the court in red, and then your Finnish team in the blue. Konsta and Niilo. Konsta and Niilo played together last year in the under-18 European Championships with a 13th place finish. And Konsta played with his brother last year in the under-19 World Championships, where he got a 5th place finish. As the Finnish team just to my left, encouraging their teammates on. As the opening point, and Sebastian hammers one down on the cross-court angle. A huge serve from the team from Norway, and that one clips the back line. And Finland on the board. As big call by Sebastian, and Ludvig knowing exactly where he wanted that ball to go. And we're underway on the early stages. 2-1, the Norwegian lead. As a little pokey over the top. Ludvig comes off the net, going to get the set from Sebastian, and goes through the block. The under-18 division has been hotly contested, as all 4 semi-finalists hadn't dropped a set through pool and knockout play going into the finals today. As that one from Ludvig locked off, and second time of asking, Konsta goes down the line, finds the sand. Sebastian playing in a bit more of a defensive role than he was in the seniors a few days ago, with himself and Ludvig being very similar in height. So Sebastian working on that part of his game, as well as that serve goes through the middle. Dead centre aim by Konsta. And we are tied at 3 apiece. As Sebastian with the set. And that one just missing the baseline. So Finland come from behind and have a 4-3 lead at the change of ends.
At 4-3. It is Finland back with the serve, leading by 1 point. Konsta back with the first serve.
As
On to Sebastian. Sets it up high.
Sebastian rolls it down the line. Calm as you like.
Scores up at 4 each.
And it will be Sebastian back to serve. His brother back home, having played with him in the senior event. Just a little bit too old this year. As the swing squeezes through the block. As Nilo tries to find the hands and manages to. And we continue to go point for point early on in set one of his under-18 men's final here on South Beach, Bridlington. As the little pokey over the top of the block by Nilo finds the sand once again. We've seen a big variety of shots all weekend. As served down the middle, going at Ludwig. He hammers one on the cross court. We'll need to see that one again. As he pins that out perfectly. Not a lot they could do on the defensive side. As 6-all is the score. And the first big hitting error of the match is Consta. Off balance on the jump, goes into the net. And it'll be Denmark trying to find the narrow edge. Into the side change, and Sebastian delivers that ace. Going low and to the right of Consta. And can't quite dig it up. And it's 8-6. The lead as the sun again breaks out through the clouds, massively affecting the temperature. As Sebastian going to be set and goes a little roll shot. As the defensive back line of Nilo went to the left, the ball goes to his right. And Sebastian continues what's been a super strong weekend. 6th day of tournament action, having had Monday off, as Consta fires one across on the cross court.
So Finland 7-9, just 2 points.
And Finland
First set here in the gold medal match.
down 9-7. Make that 10-7 as that one into the net tape here in Bridlington. As we said, the Finnish pair played together last year in the under-18 championships, 13th place finish. As Ludwig with the block, but can't quite get it down onto the sideline. And a good smart piece of play by Consta. 10-8, that lead. Sebastian was also in the Europeans last summer, as Ludwig finds the kill. And we'll get to see that one on the replay. As, again, trying to read line on the hit, so the block trying to split a little bit to the cross, but couldn't quite pick the placement. And we are 2 points away from the mid-set technical timeout. As big serve, well handled by Nilo. And into the split block. And that right hand of Ludwig getting up and across to the ball. And it dropping short of the line. So Norway going to have a big lead in the red going in, as the ever-dangerous Sebastian goes with a float serve, places it on the line, and out of nowhere, another 5-2 side for Norway. They've won 10 of the last 14 points, and they lead 13-8 at the technical timeout. So technical timeout concluded, and it is Sebastian and Ludwig with the 13-8 lead. As again, another big serve by Sebastian, wipes it into the block, and I think they're going to call a lift on Ludwig. Can't quite see him from our position in the commentary booth, but I think the referee, Katie, having a direct view on the down line, just a little scoop. And that ball nearly blown away by the wind. Ludwig had to readjust late, and it was a terrific piece of hitting to keep the ball in play. Wasn't the easiest ball to play. There's a huge gust of wind. Moved even us in the commentary box. And the little roll shot down the line finds this corner. Sebastian not able to track that down, moving to his left. The Finnish team, having come from behind in the semi-final this morning, might have to do so again, as Sebastian again able to wipe the ball off the hands of the block. And he'll try and pierce the line on the serve. Immediate challenge by the Finnish duo. They're asked to stay away from the mark. And they look at the mark, and I think they know what's coming. A little look from Konsta as the two referees go over. We said before, there is the court crew done a really good job. They've built a little perimeter just around either side of the line to really help the referees identify the ball mark. So referee Katie just climbing back up to the stand, indeed confirming that ball was good as soon as Konsta saw the mark. I think he knew. And another ace by Sebastian. And it's 16-10, the Norway lead as they try and win 3 straight junior NEVZA titles. As the ball over on one, Sebastian be aggressive, a little bit off the net and into the block, and that ball coming straight down, and Ludwig another huge block. You can see why Sebastian happy to play the backcourt with Ludwig up top, the 16-year-old, freshly turned 16-year-old at that, having a huge impact. And Finland team challenging. And a bit of an argument. As a long conversation at the net by Konsta. Referee doing very well to not pull out the card book. A little bit of leniency, maybe. Not going to say she can see the mark from the chair, but she's got a pretty good view of it. And with 2 line judges on this as well, helping the accuracy, but Finland win that point. And we'll have the side change through 28 points, and it's the Danish team who win that mini side again, 4-3 this time. So having dropped the first mini side, 3 in a row for the Norwegians, and they are 17-11 up. As the little pokey, as that ball moved with the wind. And a great adjustment by Ludwig, who was set up to hammer that one. Instead goes to the poke and finds the space. And they are just 3 points away from the opening set, 18-11. As Ludwig goes to the net, tight set, that ball high into the air. And the Norwegian coach nearly able to play it. An accurate pass from the deck chair. Coach's skills. And Norway really cruising right now, having come through a bruising semi-final this morning. As the Finnish team into the net, and that will bring up 9 set points. And it'll be Ludwig Ringon. And clips the tape, finds the ace. And from 8-6, 13 of the next 18 points go to Norway. And they dominate set number 1, 21-11 here on Bridlington. And they are trying to go 3 of 3 in final so far today. Won't have a chance to go 4-4 as the under-20 men's pairing didn't quite make the gold medal game. We will have a Denmark-Finland battle in that one. Norway did pick up the bronze through Johannes and Tobias. And we'll take a very quick break here from South Beach. So, welcome back to set number 2 here in Bridlington. Big swing by Ludwig to start into the block. He'll get it recycled. Terrific set by Sebastian, but the big block of Nilo being awkward for Ludwig on that. And he finds the net as the Finnish pair just trying to get a foothold into this game. We saw in the semi-final, sorry, the gold medal game a minute ago, the momentum can change. There's a huge angle by Ludwig, tight set, and he'll poke it into the backcourt on one. And not a lot the Finnish pair could do to chase that one down. As the ball well handled off the serve, and they're going to call a double touch. The ball just getting caught a little bit in Nilo's hands on the set. And 2-1 the Danish lead. As that one lands perfectly on the tape. No arguments about that. We'll have a look at that one again from Sebastian, who served so well this week, both in the seniors and the junior competitions. Obviously, Dad, you're a 3-time Olympian as well, 2000, 2004 and 2008.
So 2-3 Finland, only 1 point adrift here in the second set. Norway with the first set.
And already going home with 2 medals in the bag. Just fighting to see if the second one is going to be a silver or a gold. As Ludwig goes into the block of Nilo again, just placing the ball off the hands and arms. And really smart hitting by the Norwegian, playing his first major international event here on South Beach, as they're going to call a net touch. I think they're going to say his cap hit the net. That's the first one I've seen this week.
So net contact, looks like the peak of his cap caught in the net. So 5-2 Norway with the lead by 3.
Got some confused looks, but that's what I think the signal was.
Sebastian also competing in the senior event.
Suppose that's maybe why some people opt for sunglasses rather than a sun hat.
Competing with Ludwig here in the under-18s competition and have dominated.
And Finland's able to get the side out. That time of asking is back set for Sebastian. He lines up and hammers one over the left shoulder of Consta on the cross-court angle. Just trying to get his shoulder to that one. Couldn't quite elevate it enough. It's quite a good crowd around South Beach, and a perfect execution from Finland. Great pass And the lovely high set allows Consta to fire it down on the sharp angle. As Ludwig rolls it over the top of the block, really smart. See him use the hands a lot that time going over. As the Danish and Finnish teams over to our left, starting to warm up on court 2. They'll be the last final of these championships, as the little roll shot. Ludwig again managing to get a touch after the block, but this time couldn't direct it enough towards Sebastian. As huge down the middle serve by Consta. Have a look at that. Sorry, correction. It was Nilo on the service line. No, it was Consta. My apologies. As high set, Sebastian has to wait on it a little bit. Rolls it over the top, well read. And rolling backwards, gets the friendly roll off the tape. And we are tied at 7 apiece in set number 2. As the wind picks up, the clouds again playing a little factor just to keep the temperature down. As the serve a little bit too far towards our commentary position on the sideline. And well off the mark. As Sebastian looks for another ace, potentially already 3 in this final, but perfect pass. And great, smart place by Nilo. Wipes it off the hands. And ties us back up 8 points apiece. We've seen set 2 be a dynamic set in these finals. And Nilo able to get the ball to die late with the topspin. As picks himself up off the sand, goes line, goes over onto Ludwig, chasing back. Going to be set about a metre off the tape in the rally, as Sebastian able to pick it up. He'll line up for a swing and hammers it down, rising so high above the net. And you can just see here on the replay how high Sebastian gets. And that's why he was such a weapon in the senior event last week in the blocker position. Today on defensive duties. As the roll shot down the line, gonna land right on the side. And Sebastian pulling out the offensive playbook. The still just 17-year-old. As the roll shot, as Sebastian went left. Ball right into the middle of the court. And we'll have the final point before the technical timeout. The winner of the point will take that 1 point lead into the break, midway through set number 2. And it will be Consta on serve. Ludwig gets the call from Sebastian and places it into the corner. We'll have a look at that one as well. As the defense went for the cross block, couldn't get far enough around. And the Norwegian team lead 11-10. Trying to close this out in straight sets like the pair of Tala and Melina right before them. Did see Sebastian peering across from the warm-up court multiple times to cheer on their teammates. And the wind just picking over so slightly again. It has settled a little bit more into a north-south wind in the last half an hour or so. been a little bit out towards the coast earlier on this afternoon, but glorious conditions, especially compared to yesterday. Albeit around this time the sun did decide to join us. But it's been a terrific week of weather on the whole. This is day 6 of competition here in Bridlington. Transition day on the Monday as we went from seniors to juniors. A lot of the international athletes flew in on Monday afternoon as Ludwig hammers the line. Shot on the second point after the timeout as Consta read the ball going line but couldn't quite dig under it. That serve past internet, well picked up, little roll shot. Sebastian able to use the arms to get there, goes to the cut shot, and Constanilo couldn't quite complete the pickup. Great attempt though.
Norway with some great control though. So it looks like Ludwig doing the serving and the blocking.
As high ball up for Finland. As Sebastian rolls line. Well picked up. And Consta hammers it down, hammers it home. And we are going to have a challenge. And we will have a look as Katie and Sarah, the lines judge, going to have a look at the mark. Trying to identify the exact ball mark in the sand. You can see a little bit of a discussion. It's not the easiest for Katie to pick up down the line. You got a good look at that at home as well. Didn't see the tape move, and it did just miss the line. So successful challenge by Norway. And the point will be reversed. So 13-12 the Norwegian lead. It's 14-12 make that. Thank you, Shiloh, away to my right. Doing a wonderful job with the camera angles. And I've got Rosie as well on the camera. So appreciate our team helping us out with the stream here in Bridlington. Bringing you all the action as we get the score changed in the book. As Mish Galvanova, the lead scores for Libero. Just making sure the referees are happy with the challenge being marked successful and, of course, then changing the score. As the officials happy. Well, the scoreboard's got 15-11. So it's a 4-point Denmark lead. And make that 5 as Ludwig with the block. And Ludwig can't get to that one as a beautiful roll shot by Nilo over the top of the block. But the Finnish team need to find a service run. 16-12 is the Dane lead. That Finnish North. Been a long week. Norwegian lead. As Ludwig absolutely puts a hole in the beach. He catches that one down the line. And the English team away to our left, applauding that one as well. As Ludwig now with the block. 18-12, and as in set number 2. Sorry, set number 1. The Danish team running away with it late. Sebastian can't quite connect with that one. And the Norwegians 3 points away from the championship. would be their third title here this afternoon, with the under-20s also picking up a bronze medal as Ludwig finds the net. And 18-14 is the lead. And a point going to be replayed as the second official opposite us wasn't quite ready. A little bit of a premature whistle for serve, as that one rolls off the net tape. Not a lot the Norwegians can do about that one. Short. And I think if Finland win this point, we might well see a Norway timeout. As Ludwig with the serve reception finds the kill. And 19-15 is the score. So Norway 2 points away. The 16-year-old on the service line sprints to the net, gets his hand to it, but Niilo able to play it off the hand over the block enough. And the Finnish team will not give up without a fight. Had a terrific week in the under-18 men's competition. Who said hadn't dropped the set until today. As double touch going to be called by the official. Sebastian straight up to the chair to get clarification on what was called. And the lead down to 2 points. We've seen a lot of set twos go to extra points this week, including a 31-29 thriller, as Niilo hangs in the air, and an immediate timeout by Norway as that lead shrinks to 1 point. Both these teams obviously having to come through long games today, 45 and 46 minutes in 3 sets respectively for both partnerships. It was Ludwig and Sebastian winning 15-12 over the eventual bronze medalists from Sweden, Teddy and Henrik. And the Finnish pair of Konsta and Niilo 15-5 in the tie-break set against Luca and Lewis. And they'll be hoping to repeat what they did this morning, having lost the opening set, and win the match. And they're definitely making an effort of it, as 19 now plays 18. As the sun continues to beat down here in Bridlington. As a little float serve. Sebastian, little two-handed alive. Ludwig keeps it alive off the net. Sebastian rolls it off the top of the block. And Konsta couldn't quite pick it up. Great effort. And it will be match point for Norway, and it'll be 2 of them, and the first one, Sebastian on serve, and he buries it over the baseline. Rare service error for Sebastian, and half the championship points have gone, and it'll be on the shoulders of the 17-year-old Niilo Kilpinen to try and stop it, as Ludwig goes cross-court, finds the sand, and Norway win their 3rd gold of the day, 21-19, having taken the first set to 11 points. And the England team applaud what's been a fantastic week for both pairs of action. Finnish team as well, a lot of support for their country mates. As we will A lot of hugs for the Norwegians. Their third gold of the day, as we've said. Go home with a bronze medal as well in the under-20 men. That final up next after this morning's action. That will be Denmark in action against Finland. So the Finnish team looking to try and host a gold medal. And we will take a very quick break here in Bridlington, and Ludwig and Sebastian, I think, will head over to join us.
Yeah, thank you.
And welcome back to Bridlington. I've got the winners to my left, the team from Norway, and I've got Sebastian with. Sebastian, bronze into gold. Just talk about your week as a whole here in Bridlington. You've been here for 7 days now. Just how much have you enjoyed this week?
Yeah, it's been a really good week. I'm very happy with the results and how we played through the week. Obviously, a big change to go from blocking and to defending and juniors and seniors. But yeah, we came out with gold and really happy with how we played.
And just talk about your partner a little bit, Ludwig. Not a lot of international experience, so I'm sure you've been helping him through along with your coaching staff this week. But just how impressive has he been? As said, just said in the commentary, he's only just turned 16, so a bright future as well.
Yeah, true. He's come a long way through this tournament. Started really nervous, both of us, and then we just worked through it together as a team.
And obviously a big week for Norway. How much pressure was on you in that game, having just seen the girls win back-to-back gold medals?
We thought about it and we said we just enjoy and we'll see how it goes. We played some of our best volleyball this tournament, so either way we would have been happy with the ending.
Well, we've appreciated you being here all week. Congratulations. We'll see if we can bring in your partner for a quick chat as well.
Thank you.
And a safe trip home to Sebastian Jumprud, the under-18 NEVZA champion, and his partner Ludwig does join us as he catches the commentary headset on the sunglasses. Just flip that round for you.
Yeah.
Ludwig, congratulations. I said, Sebastian, your first big international tournament, so how pleasing is it to come out with a victory?
No, it was very fun. I played with Sebastian. He's a big monster. Yeah.
And how much confidence does he give you? Obviously, he talked about it last week. You probably saw a little bit the event with him playing with his brother, playing in the blocking role. Obviously, you grew into that role because at the start of the week you were splitting a little bit.
Yeah, we thought that was good, but we got like nothing. The control. It was better control when we just had one blocker and one defender, and then we could read their weight then.
And in the game, you knew it was going to be a tough battle with the Finns. Obviously, none of you had dropped a set until this morning. So, what was the most pleasing part of that performance for you? What was the best part of the game today in the final?
The first set, I felt we had much control, but the second set it was
Up and down.
yeah, it was very up and downs, and I got blocks, and it was very fun to play with Sebastian.
Well, we will let you go, and we'll see you on the medal rostrum in about an hour. But congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
The thoughts of your champion will be back in about 10 minutes for the final of the game. It'll be Finland-Denmark in the under-20 men's.